Hi, this is Cole Waterman with the Bay State Times and M Live for another installment of the Orange Couch Sessions. I am here today with Jeff Gingrich of the 10X, and we're going to talk with him for a little bit about the history of his band and what's in the future for him. So, you were previously in Kalkaska, which kind of built up a name for itself around Michigan. Tell me the transition from Kalkaska to the 10X and what separates them.
The transition has been pretty hard because a lot of people have expected the new music to be Kalkaska. And so that's been kind of tough to... I was very careful when the songs came out to not release certain ones at certain times because they do sound a little similar. It's still me writing the music.
Yeah, of course.
So that was difficult, but I think that since the first couple shows, people have seen that it's a lot different. The setup is different, the people are different, and ultimately the sound is different. It's been a little bit hard, it's been a little bit slow, but a lot of people are really excited about it. I've had a lot more buzz professionally about this music, this release, than I ever had about Kalkaska.
Okay.
So.
And the debut EP, which is what, 3 songs?
Yep.
That just came out in October on digital formats,
yep.
iTunes, Spotify.
Yep.
When did the 10X actually form, or how did you get that off the ground from Kalkaska?
It was an idea at the end of 2014, and I had already had one song written that I didn't feel was quite Kalkaska, but, you know, and then the beginning of 2015 is when I really started to change that song, make it into something completely different. A couple more songs came through, and I actually spent 9 months working on the 3 songs before I was ready to release it. So I took my time. It was a really slow transition, but I knew, 2 years ago that this transition was going to happen. Yeah.
And you had mentioned when you and I were just talking before we started the interview that you have 2 drummers, or generally a pretty big lineup.
Yeah, we've been playing with 2 drummers, 3 guitar players, bass player, keyboards, 3 background singers, occasionally another instrumentalist, and myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hard to get that many people in a room at the same time.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
What was the idea to have such a huge amount of personnel?
The first song that I finished ended up having 90 parts to it. So I didn't want to put 3 people on stage like we did in Kalkaska. We had some synths that played on their own. In this band, I didn't want to put 3 people on stage again and have 90 things going on.
Yeah.
So it made more sense to get more people involved, and try to do as many of those as we could live. I think that changed the show too. A lot of people were, floored when they saw that many people up there making sounds, because that doesn't happen that often anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a band locally, or in the state that had even close to that many members on stage at one time.
Yeah.
And you're from Flushing.
Yep.
So do you guys play primarily in the Flint area?
We have played in Flint, and then we played in Saginaw so far. Okay. There are a couple shows that are being booked in different areas right now. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Kind of going back to even before, like Kalkaska, just tell me about how your songwriting craft. Do you start with like a melody or lyrics, and which one kind of fuels the other?
My songwriting is really strange. So the song Flashback on the EP, I wrote while I was looking at a red cup in my head completely. And so a lot of times I will come up with an idea in my head, and then later on I'll sit down at a guitar or on a piano or something, and I'll try to figure out what I'm hearing and try to make what's in my head a reality.
Okay.
That's mainly how I write songs. It could be 2 words, and I'll come up with a whole idea in my head.
So it's not a uniform process. So
exactly.
I write a song today. This is how I start.
Yeah, I'm jealous of people that can sit down at a guitar and it's like, I'm gonna come up with something new right now.
Yeah.
Because it does not work for me that way.
Yeah.
I really need the spark. So.
And then you have, obviously, your next gig is this Saturday at BMO's for the House of Melody Showcase.
Yep.
That'll be your first show at the 10X this year?
Yes, it will. Yep. Okay. This one we're doing a little bit stripped down, but we're all really excited about it.
Okay.
We have we're going to have another show coming up at the Flint Local down in
Okay.
Flint in February.
Do you know the exact date of that yet?
The 12th.
12th, okay,
Yep.
cool. Who else is playing on that gig?
I don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the BMO show, again, that's Saturday the 23rd. It's free, there's no cover charge, and they'll be headlining. So probably going around 11:30, midnight-ish. Opening for them is Jet Black Blonde and the Sunburns, both from Detroit. And now, Jeff, you're going to do a song from the new EP, kind of a
Yeah.
stripped-down acoustic version?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. That's Jeff Gingrich from the 10X, and here's the song.